right. Cedric Lodge, a former morgue manager at Harvard Medical School, has been accused of selling human remains and selling them across the country. Lodge stole dissected portions of donated cadavers, including, for example, heads, brain, skin, bones, and other human remains. He and his wife would reach out to buyers through various websites. What are these websites? Can you believe the story? Hugh, let's go to you first. What you think about this?
I can't believe he black. Okay.
That would have been a good one for Guess What Race.
It sure would have been. This is so macabre to me. It's so disappointing. But I'm going to tell you something. I am less concerned about him selling them and more concerned about the people who were buying them. I'm more bothered by those people, right? Because when you're a morgue manager, I mean, at this point, the folks are already dead. You got access to them. It's wrong, but you ain't really doing nothing. I mean, shit, here's a brain. What is the end user doing with it? I'm more concerned about that story than I am him giving away the dead people organs.
Yeah, like who's shopping the net for like body parts? I see. I'm saying if something you needed a kidney, but would you trust someone that? I mean, that's someone that's already dead. You can't transplant that. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Al.
Listen, guys, the organ trade black market is a $1.7 billion business. This is a very lucrative business. And Q, his wife is non-black, just for the sake of information.
She did her fault. She got him in. She got him
doing this. Mm-hmm. This is a very, very lucrative business. That's why human trafficking, when you've heard these stories of people that, are scooped up or kidnapped or taken, and then they wake up and they're missing a kidney or they're missing an organ inside. This is what we're talking about. It's called the organ trade. And let me tell you something, Claudia, for those women out there that wear fake hair, that have extensions, there's also a human hair trade, and that's a $900 million business. And that's why you see all those little kids in the third world countries walking around bald-headed. And if you wear hair extensions, 40% of that human hair trade comes from that black market.
Not me, girl.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Okay, so you done guilted me too. Do I take my pants up? Is that what we're doing here?
You better take it all out.
Okay, I got hair, but I'm gonna take some of it out. Okay, Al, you done guilted me into that. Okay, I get that of live bodies, right? But when the dead ones like that, it's not like there's viable organs to transplant. That's what had me kind of like scratching my head. You know what I mean? Like ones that been around, they've been around the morgue, they transport the body.
It's all of it.
What are you using out of those bodies? That's where I'm like, is it for fun? Is it for fetishes? I get when you're alive and you keep them on ice and you need the organs, but damn.
Like, is it going into like a local black market Ripley's, believe it or not? Like what are people? I mean, I was going to say, are they
sell skin? You can sell skin for grafting. You can sell gums and tissues for people that have receding gum line.
Al, I completely understand all of what you're saying, but I think what me and Claudia are getting at is the way the story reads, unless we're missing some details. Mm-hmm. When I went to Florida State University and got my degree in economics, some people, they teach me shit about medical, okay? But I know that you have to keep the bodies on ice, keep the tissue alive for XYZ, put it in a cooler and transport it immediately. Unless we're missing something, right. This is giving, these were bodies donated for research or whatever. The shit been dead for 2, 3 weeks, 5 days, a month, and then he's selling off the parts.
Yeah, that's the part that's getting me, because
what are you doing with that?
I was an economics major, but I was a biology major. You do have to keep the tissue alive and at least not be sitting around raw. Once it starts to deteriorate and the tissues die.
He works in a morgue. I'm assuming this is how I read the story, right? I'm sure it could be two markets here. It could be a market where it could be for sick people who just like this type of thing. Like I think the article said some people use the skin that he would sell to make wallets or to make other products or stuff like that they would sell, and it would get top dollar on the net because it was human skin that was then being posed as, leather. I mean, I just think there are all types of things that you can do with more bodies.
Okay, so that's two different things. So there's the organ dark market, black market, where it's like alive people. You wake up with a cut, and you're like, oh my God, my kitty's gone. Then there's the sick people right here that are like making wallets out of skin and maybe playing with an old dead penis. Okay.
Ooh,
Well,
go on to the next thing, Claudia.
yeah, I'm with you on that.